I say, here at Kajun Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, back credit. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sent in my best offer.
We say, yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome on this beautiful, bright, and early Monday morning. How's everybody doing today? First in the chat today, I'm kind of going to go quick on the chat because it is flying. First in the chat today to get that pie point is also called Mr. Papa Smurf. Hello. Then we have Jennifer. We also have, let's see, where were we here? This chat's flying. James, and we also have Robin Renee, Little Debbie. I want to say hello to each and every one of you. Hello, and good morning. Everybody's going to be waiting for the new our guest today, and I want to say thank our guest. Definitely, we're going to be talking about that in a few seconds. I just want to go through real quick and tell everybody hello as usual. Yenzer Picker, hello, how you doing, Mike? Josh in the chat. Good morning, everyone. Hello. We'll be kind of going quickly because our guest cannot stay the whole hour. I am just grateful that he was able to come this morning to the chat to be part of the morning show with us. The Hogs, hello, good morning, and welcome. Tom Cruise, Iris, hello, each and every one of you. I'm just going to, let's see, Mr. Kent, hello, and welcome. MD Picker, hello. Everybody is in here this morning. Thank y'all for coming in so early. Mr. Justin himself, Flipping Accounting. Hello, good morning, and welcome to you as well. Papa Smurf. I think we're going to be going pretty quick with everybody singing and talking to each other. I love it. Papa Smurf, everybody saying hello and good morning to each and every one of y'all. Mark, hello, and welcome. Good morning. Mr. Paul's in here. Flipping Sports Guy. Hello, good morning, and welcome to you as well. I'm trying to get through this because I know our guests cannot stay too long, but hello, just me, Kathy. Hello. And I'm working through this. I'm trying not to be too fast, but just enough to where I can get to the guest. Good morning, Kayla. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Dawn, hello, good morning, and welcome to you as well. I think I'm getting closer to the end here. In case if y'all may have figured it out already. Good morning, Myra. Hello. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to each other. All right. I'm sorry if I'm going to skip some others that are in the chat. Hello, Warcraft. How are you doing? Great video I just watched on you yesterday. Miss Jennifer. Hello. Miss Ella. Hello. Wow. Joey Bada Bing. Again, I want to go ahead and get our guest announced because, again, he can't stay too long, but I'm just honored and blessed that he was here. So give a warm welcome if you don't know who this is by now. You will get to know him a little bit this morning. So give a warm welcome to our guest, Mr. Josh himself, Harry Tornado.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. Super excited.
I'm just glad to be here. And I thank you again for taking the time out of your day to come on the show this morning. And if everybody doesn't know already by now, that Josh is the reason that I started and motivated me to get my YouTube started a year and a half ago. So give everybody a quick, brief intro of yourself for those that may not know who you are, a little bit about yourself and how you got started, and we'll go into question and answers real quick. Oh, wrong one.
So my name is Josh. I go by Harry Tornado here on YouTube and over on Instagram. I've been reselling and YouTubing for about 2 years. I guess about, let's see, I went full time in August of 2019, I think. Just been loving every minute of it. We've been super blessed with really both YouTube and the eBay side of things. My wife was able to quit her job a couple months ago and join me full time, and we've just been traveling a lot, and enjoying each other's company. She's out of town this week at a camp, but yeah, we're just been super blessed. Johnny was, I think you were the first person to buy one of my original Support Your Friends posters up there.
Yep,
and
right there.
Yeah, I think you were one of the first ones to buy it. So I get asked to do live shows all the time, like 5 times a week. And I usually just have like a blanket, like no statement. Like, I'm really sorry. I can't I don't want to pick and choose who to do because I don't want anybody to feel left out. So I usually just say no. But for Johnny, he's been a huge supporter of the channel since the very beginning. So happy to be here, man.
And I thank you for it. Now, if you have any questions for Josh, remembering that you can put them in the chat or just put my name at Kajun Roots Reseller so I can make sure I get to it. Josh will not be able to be with us the whole hour, but we're going to be blessed with what time he can give us. So I'm going to ask you, because I do know some of these answers, but in case of somebody who doesn't know, what got you started not only on eBay, but with YouTube?
So I was just on YouTube and I found a Rally Roots video, and I saw that they were, buying shirts for $4 or $5 and selling them for $25-30. I'm like, I was already going to thrift stores at the time just to shop for personal use. So I was like, well, let's try it. So the first 3 things I listed on eBay were just like personal things from my own closet. And once they were listed, I just honestly forgot about them. I didn't really think anything else about it. And then like a week later, I got this weird cha-ching notification on my phone that I'd never heard before. I was like, what the heck is that? And then it was like, oh, your item's sold. I'm like, what? It was I think it was some jacket or something. It's sold for like $18 free shipping. And after that, it was over. It was over, baby. Like that was the start.
You got the fever.
Had the fever. So I started that, and I started when I started my YouTube channel. I wasn't a reseller yet. I'd wanted to start a channel, and I was just doing like just random videos. Wasn't really getting any traction. And then I realized if I wanted to grow the channel and have like an audience that watched consistently, I needed to pick a topic. And I'd been selling on eBay for a couple months. I'm like, I guess I'll just do thrifting in eBay, like Rally Roots.
Right.
And here we are today.
That's right. Josh, there was a video posted in a group yesterday that you were leaving social media. It was a foreign language and seemed to be fake.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of you probably have seen that and talked about it on Instagram or whatever. I don't really want to talk about it here because I think that person is going through some pretty serious mental issues at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It was not
Rocket
real.
Monster, Mr. Drew. That's I'm having a brain freeze. Drew. Josh, what is your dream grail to find thrifting?
We were talking about, I have a podcast with Drew and Joey Bada Bing, and we were kind of talking about that last night about like, my friend Chris Rolling with Stones, or my boy Stone, I forget what his name is. He's changed his name a couple times. Chris Stonier, he found a sealed video game at a garage sale a couple months ago for like $20, and he got it graded, and it came back with like a 9.8 from WADA or something like that. And there's a sold comp for his exact game with the exact rating for like $5,000. And we were talking about how crazy it was in the chat, like going to a garage sale and spending $20 on something to sell for $5,000. I mean, that's just absolutely insane. I was like, I get excited when I go to the flea market and find a Nintendo Wii for $10. Yeah. Like I just can't imagine how exciting that is. There's a lot of YouTube videos where people talk about, the top 10 craziest things ever found at thrift stores. And there's this guy in South Carolina that found some like oil painting at a thrift store. This was probably like 10 years ago. He bought it just for the frame. He thought the frame was cool, and then ended up later on getting it appraised, and it was like some 17th century French painting or whatever. And I think he sold it for like $475,000 at auction. So I actually had a video idea where like to figure out where he is in South Carolina and like interview him, like make a video, like talking about the process and his emotions. And I thought that would be kind of interesting.
Right.
I think the most expensive thing I've ever found was hairspray. I bought
you bought a lot of that.
That was my biggest thrift store.
Did you ever sell all of that already?
Yeah, it took about 4 or 5 months to sell it all, but we ended up with a net profit of like about $1,100, I think.
Wow. Mac has a question. What's harder, reselling or YouTube?
That's a good question. Both of them definitely have, pros and cons. I think with reselling, is easier than YouTube in that you only have the business to worry about. With YouTube, you have, drama and haters and, trying to come up with content ideas and editing. And there's so many different factors that go into being successful on YouTube. Whereas reselling, you could just find good stuff and list it and it'll sell. Like it's much more simple than YouTube.
Right.
But I probably enjoy YouTube more than reselling. Like I enjoy the process of coming up with ideas and filming it and editing it. Now that Haley has joined me, she's kind of taken over the reselling side of things a good bit. And that's freed up a lot of time for me with YouTube. So I'm putting more time into edits and, throwing in some more B-roll. And it's really satisfying, like taking clips, editing them together and posting them on the internet and having, thousands of people watch and enjoy and message me and say that, oh, I learned this from your, like yesterday I talked about how Whisk laundry detergent was discontinued.
Yes, I saw
somebody
that.
commented on the video and she's like, I've got like 3 bottles of Whisk in my garage. I'm gonna get them listed right now. I was like, how do you have 3 bottles of Whisk laundry detergent in your garage right now? This is crazy. So I don't know.
What was the best? Who is the better podcast, me or Joey?
Oh, it is. Well, I'm the best, clearly. But I think it's tied for second is Joey and Drew. They're both good in their own ways. Joey is more excitable. Drew's kind of like Eeyore. Drew's been going through a rough time lately. So yesterday's podcast, I'm like, Drew, you're kind of like, you sound like Eeyore over here. But I love him so much. Drew, please. I love you so much. Drew's just Drew's
He's a monster when it comes to listing. Yeah.
Joey is like Tigger. I'm like Pooh. And Drew is like Eeyore.
Yep. Miss Taffy wants to know, what is your most profitable sourcing item or sourced item?
So the hairspray is probably my best Goodwill find. I think we spent $130 on the hairspray and sold it for, I don't know, like each can was selling for like $35 free shipping. And we had 150 cans. A couple cans didn't work. So after everything, we profited like about $1,100. So that was probably my best single find, if you want to count that as a single find. I mean, I found it. I haven't really found anything very exciting. Like I think my second biggest flip was probably like a VCR. Like Drew actually found it. Drew found this VCR DVD combo unit at a flea market for $40, and we looked it up on Amazon because he doesn't sell on Amazon. He was selling for like $600, and so I printed off a label for him to send it into Amazon under my account. And it took like maybe 2 months or so to sell, and it sold for, I think, $580. Wow. So that was good, but that wasn't my find. But I've found a lot of VCRs for like, $5 to $10 that sell for $200 and up.
Right. The Hogs have a question. What is the best advice you have for starting a YouTube channel?
So the first thing I would say is don't have any expectations. Like out of every 1,000 channels, even reselling, out of every 1,000 reselling channels that start, I'd say maybe 100 will hit 1,000 subscribers. The other 900 will dissipate and people will just give up. Out of those 100 that hit 1,000, probably 10 will hit 10,000. And out of those 10 that hit 10,000, probably 1 will hit 100,000. So you have a 1 in 1,000 chance, roughly, in my opinion, of creating a YouTube channel where it becomes a significant source of income in your life. Justin, the flipping accountant, he's doing really good with his YouTube channel. I think his factor and his popularity is that nobody's making videos like him. He's the only person making those types of videos. Yeah. So I fully expect Justin to be 100,000 subscriber YouTube channel within the next 18 months. But there's also a lot of people that have been on YouTube for 6 years and they have 500 subscribers, so it's certainly not for everybody. I think everybody should try it and see how it works, see if you get traction. I mean, I certainly never thought it would be, anything where my wife could quit her job and we could both do it full time. That's just crazy. So you never know if you're going to be good at it. But I would say don't do it for the money. Money is awesome. Like, I definitely do consider the money now. Any big YouTuber that says they're not in it for the money, that may be true. Like I have a passion for video editing. I love my community, but also the money is extremely motivating. So it's definitely something you factor in. But that should never be the reason you start, because out of everybody that starts YouTube, again, a very, very, very less than 1%. In my 100,000 subscriber video, I think we looked at the stats and it's like 0.6% of YouTube channels in the world have over 100,000 subscribers. Wow. So it's very, just don't do it for the money, do it for fun. If it turns into money later, if it turns into something that, bigger than you expected later on, that's great, but don't have that mindset going into it.
Correct. The next question is, what made you want to change your editing style recently?
I just had more time. I feel like the content lately has been the same on so many channels. Garage sale videos, yellow font and thumbnails, which I have to admit, I'm the one that started that like 2 years ago. I was the first one to do yellow font, and now everybody does yellow font. I'm flattered. But it's just, I want to change stuff up. I already tried to make my videos as short as possible, like edits and stuff.
Mhm.
And now that I have more time since Haley's working with me, I'm just adding B-roll and adding, fancier edits that just kind of set me apart from the reselling competition a little bit. But I'm sure now that people see my videos doing well, they're going to incorporate the same editing style as me. That's just what happens. That's fine, because that's what we do. Like, to be honest with you, like, I'm very transparent on YouTube, and I saw Thrift Mind. Thrift Mind's been doing great on YouTube, and a lot of their thumbnails, they have like their hand holding money. I'm like, all right, I'll do that in my thumbnails. And sure enough, it worked. But again, like I was saying before the show started, what works now may not work in 6 months. It may not work in 1 month. What worked 1 month ago may not work now. So you just got to kind of figure out what works and flow, kind of follow the trends,
Right. The funny thing about that, when you're talking about Thrift Minds, the funny thing too, he does this thing now where he zooms into his wallet because it's so broken up in pieces, but he's still using it because people make comments about it. So yeah, that's pretty funny. So if you have any questions, I want to say hello to everyone in the chat, but the chat is flying. Josh cannot stay too long in here, so I want to make sure I get to any and all questions. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat so I can get to it for you. If I miss anyone and I've gone past it, please do me a favor and just add it again into the chat. That way we can get to it. I know you can't stay too long, so what would be some advice you would give someone if they're starting out, say, not only on eBay, and then we talked about, you also made a comment about the YouTube part of it too. What advice would you give somebody who just basically thinking about it and didn't do it yet and want to start doing either eBay or YouTube or both?
Again, just start. Like, if you think about it, you're never going to do it. Just do it. If I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel since like 2009, and like I just never did it because I thought it was just going to be a waste of time. And now, I mean, you guys can see what it's turned into. So just do it. You can figure it out later. Just get your store started, get some stuff listed, get a YouTube channel up, make a couple videos. I think don't try to be perfect. Like, I would worry more about getting things right on eBay than YouTube. eBay, you can get zeros and stuff. Make sure you're doing good on eBay. But with YouTube, just post videos. Keep them short, 3 to 5 minutes. I'd rather you make 100 bad videos, spend 100 hours making 100 videos, like 1 hour per video, than spend 100 hours making one video. Because either way, they're not going to get any views when you first start out. My first video got like 30 views or something, and I was thrilled out of my mind. So don't strive for perfection. You every time you upload a new video, you're going to learn something new. I still learn something new every time I upload a video. So I would focus more on putting out consistent short videos than worrying about putting out perfect longer videos.
Edward has a question. Harry, what do you think? How do you feel about you and Phoenix Reseller doing a do show?
I don't know what a do show is, but Caleb, Phoenix Resale, is an awesome guy. We've done some collabs together in the past, and he's one of my best friends on YouTube. So whatever a do show is, I'm down.
I'm not sure. I've never heard of it before, but it could be something interesting. See another question coming up. That's from Victoria. So I got to find it because I'm doing both. Here it is. If I go back and see, we haven't asked this already, but does Josh think about having a channel for lives only and a channel for uploads only? I'm trying to figure out what I am going to do. Kajun Reseller Live. And you and I have spoke about this on the show.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Like, you definitely don't want to do too many lives because YouTube is going to treat your lives the same as videos, and lives typically have a very low rewatch. Like, especially if you put live in the title. If you put live in the title and it's not live anymore, the chances that somebody goes back and watches that is very, very slim. But YouTube also promotes that like a regular video. And so if you do too many lives in a week and YouTube is pushing out your content, but your click-through rate is lower than normal because people see live in the title, YouTube's going to think, oh, I guess this channel's not good anymore because nobody's clicking on the thumbnails and titles, so we're going to not promote it as much. So I would never do more than like one live a week or so. I mean, again, that's just my opinion. Like, I haven't done a live in a while. I may do one today because I've got a pretty interesting topic to talk about, I think. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't overdo it with the lives. It's personal preference. If you want to do more than one a week, I probably would start a second channel for it. That way you can have a live, like the live channel can just be about like your audience. Like, just, you don't have to care about the analytics or anything like that. You can just bond with your audience. And then your other channel with the edited videos you can focus more on getting those videos pushed out and increasing the click-through rate and things like that.
Right. Your next question is, what gave you the channel? What gave your channel the jump start?
I've always said it's the Goodwill pallets that we did last year, about a year and a half ago. After COVID, I started buying a bunch of like $50 mystery pallets from Goodwill. Those did really well, but I think it was just like consistently uploading. Like I haven't missed a week of uploads in over 2 years. I think my consistency and constant striving to improve and do new topics. When the Goodwill pallets kind of died out, then we found the Amazon stores, and when the Amazon stores died out, there was garage sale season again. So I think with your YouTube channel as well, you shouldn't like limit yourself into like one particular category. So like if I've seen a lot of Poshmark sellers where all their videos are about Poshmark, and the only 3 videos they can make are thrift with me's and thrift hauls and what solds. And they'll post polls on their Instagram. They're like, what video do you want to see? A thrift with me, a what sold, or a thrift haul? I'm like, I don't want to see any of those. There's millions of those videos on YouTube, and I'm just done with it. Like you've got to change things up. Like those were doing well 3 or 4 years ago, but now there's just nothing special about them. So my channel is about, I'd say it's reselling, but it's really about making money. Like I feel like I can make a video any way I'm making money in an interesting way, and it would perform well with my audience. Like I want to make a video with my drone because I have my commercial drone pilot's license now. Mm-hmm. I want to make a video seeing like in a month, like if I go to small businesses and offer to make them drone videos for their Facebook page, like how much money could I make doing that? Because I can legally charge for services and we can talk about the cost of the drone and the cost of the permit. And is this a viable small business? I think that's a super interesting video idea. Let me know in the chat if you guys would watch that video. But
the last one you did the drone over the Goodwill, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been using it in my channel a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You could use it. I mean, a lot of you could do it at weddings. You could do it for small businesses for like social media and stuff. It's very easy. Like you could do it. You just sit there and fly a drone, press record, and airdrop on the video. I don't know. Okay, on this one, I know you usually don't touch on this too much, but the question is, do you watch other reseller channels? And if so, what are your favorites? Yes. So I don't watch a ton of reseller channels. In the beginning, when I was first starting, I was watching every single reseller I could possibly find because I wanted to know what type of content were they making, what were their best videos. Anytime I found a new channel, the first thing I did was sort their videos by most popular. And I would see a couple things with that. I would see if I found a new channel and all of their most popular videos were from 3 years ago, I'm like, okay, that's important to remember because that means they're not like a super active channel in the community. Like when I first started, Rally Roots was a huge channel. Cincinnati Picker was at like 4,000 subscribers when I started. He's blown up lately. So I was just kind of seeing what thumbnails they were using, seeing what titles they were using, seeing what videos were suggested to me. I'm like, why is this video being suggested? What's so special about this? So that's how I learned in the beginning. But now I really don't watch that much. I've been watching Retro Rick a lot. He's kind of a reseller, kind of more of a collector, but his channel is really interesting. Phoenix Resale makes good videos. Justin, the flipping accountant, I haven't seen a lot of his videos. I've seen like 2 or 3, to be honest with you, but they're all really good. I should probably watch more. I'm spending more time on eBay and creating my own videos, and I just don't have a lot of time to watch other channels. I try to jump in lives. Like we jumped in Victoria's live this morning. Anytime I'm on YouTube and I have a 3-second and I see that somebody's live, I'll just pop on, maybe drop a $5 super chat just to let them. Because I remember like when I was doing lives and like, Rally Roots would come on, or like one time Pete, the Craigslist hunter, he came into my live and it was like the best moment of my life. Yeah. I'm like, this is great. So if I can give that feeling to somebody else, it takes 5 minutes out of my day. Why not? Exactly. So Justin wants to know, should I do footage inside the Walmart with his drone? You definitely should. That's something you need to ask for forgiveness for, not permission. Right. I actually want to do drone footage at our bins. Like all the regulars at the bins like know me. They probably watch my channel. All the Goodwill employees, the managers, they all know me and watch the channel. So I feel like if I just went in there and just threw up, because it's just on the ground. You just go up, press record, get a video. I can just say like, oh, sorry, I didn't know I couldn't do this in here. Because I think it would be interesting. Right. But, Green Valley Deals, that's Angie. So says, do you think it
has to do with the large following through that you following through that you can make many different topic videos.
I mean, your following definitely helps. I mean, I probably have at least 20,000 people that'll pretty much watch anything I make. But you also have to make sure it's appropriate for your channel. Like, I'm not going to make a video about how to make slime or something because nobody cares about that. That's not what my channel's about. But I think I've made just over 350 videos over the last 2 years, built my audience, and my audience knows what to expect. And if I post a video about, how much money can I make with my drone in 30 days, it may not perform super well, but I fully expect it would get, 30,000 views or so. Because I think it would be a really cool side job, a little business. You can start it. My drone was like $600 and the test was $90. So for less than $700, you can start a drone business. And honestly, there's some, like, if you watch videos about drone pilots that do commercial stuff, there's some individual businesses that pay like $1,000 for like one set of drone clips that they buy for their website or something.
Oh, wow.
So
Mark has a
make
question.
all your money back, the whole startup of the business, and with one client, if you have the right client.
Right. So you would probably put that on the channel, though.
I do it on my channel, but
Okay.
I mean, it's not reselling, but it's making money, like.
So Mark has a question with that. Do you advocate a channel doing multiple genres for content? For instance, I do storage units and hot pepper challenges on a separate playlist on my channel.
I would really keep your content as focused into one category as possible. Like, those two things are not related at all, but like garage sales and flea markets are, so on my channel, I can do garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, auctions, estate sales, flipping challenges, drone challenge, anything where I'm like making money. Like, just my channel, like the theme of my channel is how can we start with zero or no money and turn that into more money through various methods. Mostly flea markets, garage sales, thrift stores, eBay. But a hot pepper challenge is not in that at all. So I'd be curious to see like what your views are and your engagement rates are with those two different types of videos. Because what I've found, if a channel does multiple types of content, like if they do a thrift with me one day and somebody finds that video and subscribes, and then the next video they post is making slime, that subscriber is going to be like, what is this garbage? I subscribe for the thrifting content. I don't know. I don't care about slime. And so it depends on the goal of your channel. If the goal of your channel is for you to enjoy making videos, then you can do whatever you want. You can make videos about paint drying if you want, but you're not going to build an audience and turn that channel into a business that way. If you want to turn your channel into a business, you really need to pick a topic and make your videos centered around that.
All right. So, Treasure Noir, that's Kayla. How is Moses adopting to you both being a full-timer?
He loves it. He's right there. He's just laying down.
Oh, I see him. Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yep.
And that's all he does. He gets 2 walks a day usually. And he's just living his best life.
Wow.
Not too many dogs have both of their parents with them pretty much 24/7. So he doesn't realize how good he has it.
Right. All right. So it's getting up to 30 minutes. I know Josh said he was going to be at least the first half of the show, but he has things to do. Before you do go, I want to say, first of all, thank you again. It's an honor to have you on the morning show. And also an honor to call you.
I think I told you the wrong time. I meant 10:15. If it started at 9, you said it was like an hour
good.
and a half.
Okay. I got you.
Not 15 minutes.
It's like,
I can stay until 10:15.
I just want to make sure I heard it correctly because I don't want to have to go over your time that you said you might be able to be here.
No. I can do it. I just don't want to do like 2 hours or anything.
Correct. Right.
Cut it off around 10:15.
Okay, I like that idea.
45 more minutes. Let's go.
Ooh, I'm getting nervous that I'm keeping you longer than you need to be here.
No. You're fine, man.
Right, thank you.
I got the time
If you have any questions for Josh, go ahead and put it in the chat. Again, for those who have came in, there are some new people in here that may not know who you are because I have some conversations prior to. So give everybody again another brief who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing this.
I'm so sorry. I was reading the chat. What did you say?
That's okay. Do the intro, like who you are, what you do, how long you've been doing this, just like a recap kind of thing for those who are in the chat.
For new people
that might not know you.
If any new people are in the chat and you missed the beginning, my name's Josh. You probably know me. My name's Josh Harry Tornado. I resell stuff. I make money. I work with my wife full time. I work with my dog full time. I'm loving every minute of it. If you guys haven't seen my channel or my Instagram page, check it out. I'm surprised my Instagram has grown. I think we just hit 20,000 followers.
I just saw that this morning,
which is crazy because I hardly ever talk about it.
Right.
So it's cool that it's just growing.
Like also some good things on there too, though.
Yeah, we post a lot of stories. I need to post more like pictures on there, like actual posts on Instagram.
Right. I was so excited that you came on this morning. I forgot to put your link like I do with everybody and pin it at the top.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I was so nervous with you coming in this morning. I know I usually shouldn't, but I just was. All right, there's the pin for Josh's link to his channel. If you have not subscribed to him before, you're missing out on some good content. This featured channel for the week, I'm going to impose that as well. And go back to the question and answers in the chat.
If we can hit 150,000 subscribers in this live stream, I'll give away $10,000.
Wow.
So do your magic. You got 45 minutes.
Okay. Angie says, has Haley gotten past the shyness for YouTube? I love her. Whoa, this chat just flew on me. For being a woman and in business.
Not really. I mean, Haley's a very naturally like shy person. Like she's not like super outgoing or anything. She's really nice and I like the most genuine person I know, but she's just not the type of person to be like front and center on the camera. And I think people mistake that. Somebody commented on the video from yesterday and they're like, oh, of course, Josh does all the talking, rolling eye emoji. I'm like, I think people think that I don't let her talk or something. I'm like, I know the type of person she is. I know that if I stopped talking and I was just like, okay, Haley, what do you think about that? She would just get nervous and not know what to say. She doesn't want that. Somebody was like, yeah, I wish he was more like Matt, Part-Time Pickers with his wife. He lets his wife do all the shopping and like puts the camera on her and supports her the whole time. I'm like, I support my wife. Like just because I don't shove the camera in her face, make her do all the reselling doesn't mean I don't love her and respect her. So don't get it twisted. Not everybody is comfortable on camera. She's certainly getting more comfortable and like being in the background and adding little blurbs here and there. But I don't think she's ever going to get to the point where she's. What was that?
Just like Alani and Candace.
Yeah, I haven't seen their videos lately, but Haley's focusing more on the reselling side of things. Like the golf clubs we got at the pawn shop yesterday, she got those, cleaned them all, photographed them all, and listed them all herself. I didn't help her at all. I was editing video the whole time.
That's awesome.
That's our business. Like just because she's in the video, like again, if she warms up to it eventually, maybe she'll start talking more. But I know her. We've been dating for 8 years. We've been married for 4 years. She's never going to be the type of person that's front and center on the camera. What's up, guys? Haley Tornado here. Like that is not her at all.
But again, she's doing more content with you. But that's a great thing. But then when she's comfortable enough to do it, she'll probably do it. Yeah. Real quick, I want to say thank you, but not necessarily for the super sticker. Definitely not necessary, but very greatly appreciated. So this is for you, finding treasures.
The dollars, let me have it,
Thank
please.
you.
I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Let them have it.
Thank you so much. Josh, who's more funnier, you or Phoenix? I find that Phoenix is a comedian.
Caleb Phoenix he's a very, very good YouTuber. He's like in person, he's like nice and funny, but he's very conscious about when he's filming, like doing funny things, and he knows what makes a good video. I think he's going to be another 100,000 channel very soon. I mean, he's at like 70 or 80 or something right now. He's putting a lot of work into his channel, and I've been super happy with his growth and his strategies for growth as well.
Right.
If you guys haven't seen his channel, definitely check it out. It's a great, he does video game reselling. And if you watch his channel, so like when I watch reseller channels that if I see like Froggy Flips, his channel's blowing up lately. And I'm trying to like watch when I see people's videos blow up, I try to watch it from like, not a reselling perspective, but like a content perspective. Like, why is this video good? What is the thumbnail? Why is the thumbnail good? What is the title? What is the editing style of this video? Why is this so enjoyable to watch? And try to like reverse engineer it a little bit. There's like, I've seen Caleb, in real life, we did the collab together in his filming strategy. And there's so much that goes into it behind the scenes that people don't see, that make a good video.
Yeah. Josh, I know you may have addressed this yesterday on your Instagram story, but how do you deal with haters and weird people? Keep it up. Love your stuff. And
Thank you,
welcome.
Scott. Generally, I just ignore them. I used to post like, hate comments or whatever on Instagram. I still do occasionally, but as we talked about in the podcast yesterday, anytime I post hate comments on my Instagram page, it is always to be funny. It is never like, I always get people to say like, "Oh, don't let him get to you. You're doing great." It's not that they bother me. I've literally never seen a comment on my YouTube channel that's actually bothered me. It's just like, wow, this is really funny. Let me share it with Instagram, like this hater. So it's not, I'm not letting them get under my skin or anything like that. It comes with the territory. So I would just ignore them. You have to think like for somebody to, be sitting at the computer and like leave a hate comment on the video that isn't worthy of a hate comment. Like most of my hate comments are just dumb. Like it's not that I'm making bad videos. Like I know my videos aren't bad. Like you don't have the growth that I've had on YouTube by making bad videos. Right. So I'm confident in my content. And I know that anybody that hates on that is either just jealous or going through some mental issues. Yeah. So it just usually just ignore it.
Exactly. Josh, have you ever had YouTube take down one of your thumbnails? I had a cool thumbnail of a dude crapping cash. Couldn't see anything that would be considered nudity. I was bummed.
I haven't, but that sounds like a really weird thumbnail.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't use that.
What are your goals for this year?
So I think there's been a thing. I always get asked like, what's my next goal? What's our next step in reselling? And honestly, I'm just really happy with where we are now. Like the eBay listings, the sell-through rate, how much we're shipping out, how the YouTube channel is performing. Like obviously I'd like to get more views. I'm not going to turn down more views, but if we just maintain where we are in terms of eBay and YouTube numbers, I mean, we could retire in 10 years. We have no, I've seen a lot of businesses crash and burn because they try to scale too quickly. So exactly. I'm almost the opposite. I want to scale more slowly than I probably should. Because I don't want to risk anything that we've built.
I'm going to the lurking status photo. Thank you so much, Jennifer. And it's always good to have everybody in the chat. So I understand. I do that a lot. So I'm gonna have a question for you. As far as I know, I've been watching you from the beginning when you had started, and I was one of those that kind of stayed in the back area, not commenting. So what got you? I know. Let me just rephrase this. From the time you started your eBay to the time you went full time, how long was that process? As well as also with YouTube, how long was that process before you got monetized? So it's kind of like a two-part question.
Yeah. So I started. My YouTube channel started September of 2018. I started making reselling content February of 2019, and I got monetized August of 2019. So I think I hit 100 subscribers in like January of 2019, and then so from that moment until August, that took me about 8 months to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time.
Josh, are you going to be sourcing here in Los Angeles?
Yes, I think so. I don't expect to find anything because it's Los Angeles, but we will be making a video heading to some thrift stores or maybe the bins or something.
Right. So if you have any questions for Josh, go ahead and put them in the chat or put question or at Kajun Roots so I can see it. I have a question coming up. I see both chats, but one of them's going faster than the other. Here we go. Let's see. Josh, you used to enjoy doing the map on the viewers in the beginning. Do you still do a version of it now that you're so big, and is it something you had to stop?
Yeah. So when we painted the office here, I had to take the map off the wall and like take all the pins out. And after I did that, I was like, there's really not much more room to put more postcards. And that was at like 20 or 30,000 subscribers. So I still have all of them. I have them in a little scrapbook. I still keep everything that people send me in the PO box now. I'd like to have something. I want to see if somebody, I thought an idea would be to like build a website that's just like a map of the world. Mm-hmm. And if somebody like lives in a certain area, they could like, click their town, zoom in or whatever, click their town and drop a pin, like a virtual pin. And then leave a message like, hey, or maybe even add a picture of them. Like, hey, here's a picture of me in my town and I watch your videos. It'd be cool to like have a website filled with like, all these pins from all over the world from people, sharing pictures.
Well, that would be cool.
Where they live, but I don't know how to build a website. So.
Right. Josh, are you going to the convention with Prison to Profit?
Yes, I will be there. Dante, he invited me to like speak at it originally, but I felt weird because it's like a paid thing. I think it's like $60 a person, and I didn't want people to pay for that. Like, I didn't want it to seem like they were paying to hear me speak, because you can hear me speak on a live stream for free if you want. So I originally said no to the offer of speaking, but then like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'll just come as a participant. Just because it's close and there'll be people there. I think he had like 45 people sign up or something.
Something like that, yeah.
So I will be there, but you're not paying to hear me speak. I may speak for free, but I'm not getting paid for anything.
All right. The next question is, what's your next business upgrade to buy you're wanting to do?
I don't know. I ordered a shelving unit for the garage to mount on the wall for like bubble wrap and stuff. That's pretty boring. We just bought a new computer for Haley. That's like a backup editing computer. I don't know. Like with YouTube, there's a lot you can buy. Like, I think the only next thing I'd maybe be interested in is like a camera slider for like the second camera angle when I do my live streams. We can set up another camera on the slider that just kind of like slowly going back and forth. And then I can use my Stream Deck thingy to like change the camera angles during the live stream. So it goes from this angle here to like a background angle that's like slowly moving.
Right.
But I don't know, like, and with YouTube, there's not many expenses. It's like all taxable income. So I'm trying to buy as much as I can. My camera's fine. Like I have the Canon M50, which is like a $600 camera. I mean, a lot of YouTubers upgrade to like, $5,000 or $6,000 cameras, but I just don't think we got the money for it, but it's just not necessary. Yeah. I did upgrade my lens. This is a Sigma lens, like $400. So this camera setup you're watching here is like $1,000, but I don't have any plans on changing anything.
Is that the same room you remodeled for your eBay room as well?
We do all the eBay stuff in the garage. This is the same office I've been using for my entire YouTube channel. It used to be white. All this, none of this was here. So we've upgraded a couple things here and there. I want to put something on the wall back here because this is like a bunch of dead space. So the shelf is like these little pipe things. I don't even see that. Little pipe thing. Yeah. I have a 4-pack of these, but only had one piece of wood. So I need more wood, and I'm gonna put in maybe another shelf like up here longer to like, I don't know, maybe move some of my Funko Pops or something just to make the background more interesting to look at.
Right. Whatever happened to
have a pretty interesting background.
The black wall things you had on there at one time, like for sound protection.
Yeah, I still have those over here.
Oh, okay, I see them. Yeah,
those were picture frames that we got at Goodwill, and then I also got a mattress topper at Goodwill and cut it out, glued it to the picture frames, and spray painted everything white or black.
Black. That is awesome.
And that works. That works well because we do the podcast and videos over here, so like the computer monitor and then we have a curtain on this window, so the curtain and the computer monitor and this stuff kind of catches a lot of the sounds.
Right. The next question is, how long does it take you to edit your videos?
It used to be like an hour or two, but like the last 2 videos, probably like 5 hours, just depending. Because I'm doing like with the screenshots of sold items. I used to just take a screenshot on my phone and add that screenshot to the video, but now we're like putting it in a green screen frame that looks like a cell phone. It's a very small detail that takes like 3 to 5 minutes for each one, because we go to Canva and put a green screen down and then put the phone frame and then add the screenshot to the phone frame and then save that and then go back to the Power Director and drag that into the timeline. So it's just a small thing that honestly probably most people don't even notice, but I notice and I'm proud of it. So we'll keep doing that.
The next question is, Josh, will you get a warehouse eventually for your inventory?
I don't think so. The only way we do that is if we were able to buy a full commercial like strip mall. If I found a good opportunity to buy a commercial strip mall, there's one near our house that's not for sale, but if it ever goes up for sale, I'm very interested. It's like 10 units Each unit is a commercial unit, so it's got like one regular door and one like roll-up door. Each unit's probably 2,000 square feet, and each unit probably rents for, I don't know, $1,000 a month, $1,200 a month or so. So if we could buy something like that as an investment, we would maybe use one of the units, just to clear out our garage a little bit, and then rent out everything else. But I think keeping everything out of the garage, like keeping our operations home-based, helps us stay relatable with new viewers of the YouTube channel. And I think there's more fun and more money to be made scaling the YouTube side of things rather than scaling the eBay side of things. If you get to where you're spending, I spent $20,000 on this guy's collection and we're going to make $30,000. Like, that's great for you, but I don't care because I don't have $20,000 to spend on something like that.
Right.
But if I'm like, hey guys, I bought this for $1 and sold it for 40. You can get behind that. You got $1, So I think keeping the channel relatable, keeping the content relatable, not scaling too much. If you scale and get a warehouse and hire employees and all that stuff, you'll make more money with reselling, but you'll lose a lot of interest on YouTube. I've seen that with numerous channels.
Right. So my next question is going to piggyback off of that. I know at the beginning when you started doing those pallet lots, those pallets from the Goodwill, are you still using a storage unit to have any other storage items for your inventory, or you got rid of all that? Yeah,
we got rid of all those a couple months ago. It was supposed to be like a 3-month deal because I was only paying $75 a month per unit. And so we got rid of, we had 2 units. So we got rid of 1 unit back in like December. And then the other unit we've had until like April or something. I had one pallet left and it was super gross. And I just kept putting it off. I'm like, I'll just pay another $75. It's for another month. It's fine. So we finally got rid of that one a couple months ago.
So the next question is, Josh, did you did a really good video on the sound panel?
Oh yeah, I did. I did show those in a video. I forgot about that. Yeah, I just found 3 like matching picture frames at Goodwill. They were like, I don't know, $4 each or something. Kind of expensive, honestly, but they were good size. And I just cut the mattress topper to size, glued it on there with some hot glue, and spray painted everything, and it works great. Right.
All right. We have a comment. I took Josh's advice when I started YouTube. Short videos, except earlier ones to suck. They do, but then just kept improving it. Johnny has been very helpful on the suggestions and improvement. Well, thank you, Larry, because you've been doing some good videos lately. I've been watching some of your new things, but thank you. But yeah, you got to get, just like Josh always said at the beginning when I took it, just do it.
Just do it.
How much inventory do you have?
We have like 330 active listings, and probably we don't really have that much unlisted right now. We maybe have like maybe 50 things unlisted. I want to get our death ball like totally cleared out in the next, I don't know. We cleared it out pretty good, and then we bought a bunch more stuff, and then we cleared that out pretty good. So I'd say within a couple of weeks, we could probably have it completely gone if we can just stop sourcing more stuff.
Josh, what did you say you edit on program-wise and or computer-wise?
I use Power Director 19. I think it's Power Director 19 Ultimate or Ultra. I don't really know the difference. But it's like $120 for like a one-time purchase and not a subscription or anything. I have 2 computers. This one is an MSI GS63 VR Stealth Pro. I bought it from the College Picker on Instagram for $500. It's great. And then the other computer we got, the backup computer, is like an Asus ROG Ziffer, I don't know, some gaming computer. Gaming computers are good because with video editing, you want to make sure that you have, I would say, at least an i7 processor, or I don't know what the other version is. There's 2 brands of computer processors mainly, but I just use the i7, the Intel i7, and then you want to make sure it has a designated graphics card. So that's usually, to get those 2 things, you usually have to go with the gaming computer.
Right. Also want to say thank you, not necessary, but greatly appreciated, to Glams with the super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. She said she needs some more coffee. So with that being said, this is for you.
The dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Let them have it.
Thank you so much. Listen, we'll see if I got any other questions. Everybody's just saying hello, talking to each other. One of the other questions we have coming up here is, Josh, did you have a YouTube inspire you to do YouTube. My enthusiasms to do YouTube came from Angry Grandpa. I was buying storage units and decided to integrate his 3M sub channel style into mine.
I did. So this poster back here, I don't know if you can see it. It says, "Every good fight needs a few hits," and it's signed by Olin Rogers. Olin Rogers was and is probably one of my favorite YouTubers. He doesn't really make a ton of videos now, but he was one of the first YouTubers I found when he was on an old channel called Balloon Shop with his buddies in high school, and he's just been, I don't know, just a really cool guy. He's got over 1 million subscribers now. He doesn't post a ton of videos, but he was definitely one of my inspirations to start a channel.
Right. So if you haven't checked out Josh's channel, it is linked in the pin of the blue box above in the chat. That way you can catch Josh's channels and get to learn a lot from Josh. Josh, when you are going to have a Pokemon card pack battle to see who pulls the eBay card?
The eBay cards. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I'm so sorry, Freddie.
Oh, pull the best card.
Maybe pull the best card.
Yeah, pull the best card.
You have to wait for a better set to come out. There's not too many good sets out right now.
Pot brewing, okay. Listing, and I feel like we're doing pretty good. That's awesome. Again, thank each and every one of y'all for coming out in the morning. As always, greatly appreciated for y'all taking the time out of your day to come and be part of the morning show. Again, if you have any questions for Josh, go ahead and put them in the chat. Next question: what do you enjoy more, the thrills of the hunt, sourcing, or the excitement of the cha-ching noise, selling items?
The hunt, definitely.
Okay, everybody's just chatting back and forth. And if you have like I said, if you haven't checked out Josh's channel, it is pinned at the top. James has been putting links as far as the featured channels, the new one, the last week's one. Definitely check out their channels as well. You should do the challenge. Oh, it's a challenge of some kind. So my next question for you is, I know you've been doing those pallets. So are you planning on doing any more of those type of buys as far as for inventory in the future?
No, inventory has never been our struggle. Like that's one thing we've always been super fine with. Like if I ever need inventory, I can just go to the bins or go to the flea market and I can always find stuff. I'd say I think buying pallets of inventory is only a good idea if you can't find inventory other places. Because in my experience, buying wholesale pallets, stuff like that, is generally a much lower ROI than any other method of sourcing, unless you're doing like maybe retail arbitrage or something. So that's not something that it's a lot of work, and it's not something I would ever do unless I absolutely needed to do it.
Now, my next question is, in the past, you've been doing this for quite a while. Is there any particular item or genre of items that you may want to pick up that you regret picking up in the past?
I mean, we did clothing in the beginning, and we still do some clothing now, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Some days I feel like doing it, and some days I don't. So generally, we stay away from clothing unless it's like really, really cool items that I'm like excited to list, I guess.
And what is the best thing you ever picked up that you always go to when you go sourcing? What is the go-to items you like to go to in what category?
I usually go to the electronics first to look for like VCRs and stuff, just because they may not sell for a ton of money, but they sell very quickly. Pretty much every VCR I've picked up in the last 3 months is sold within 24, 48 hours.
Now, my next question is, I know you have done this in the past, so I want you to give a suggestion or some tips of when you sell something, you can't seem to find it in your inventory. What should somebody do?
It's a good question. So if you can't find an item and you have to cancel it, if eBay is going to ask you why you want to cancel that item, and if you're honest and you say the item was lost or broken, eBay is going to ding your account for that. And if that happens too much, your defect rate will go up, and your eBay fees will increase by about 5% for like 90 days. So that's a pretty big, especially if you're a big seller, that's a big hit. That could be thousands of dollars in penalties for that. So it's up to you. I personally would probably message the buyer and say, hey, I'm so sorry, we lost this item or can't find it, can't locate it in our inventory system. Would you like me to give you a full refund? Or would you like another item in my store, something like that? Usually they're going to say, oh, just give me a full refund. And then I feel like I would have the moral capability to say, the buyer asked to cancel this item. I asked them if they wanted to cancel it, and they said yes. So then they asked. So then I do that. You could also say like something is wrong with the buyer's address or something, but I don't know. I said to just cancel it when the buyer asked to cancel, and somebody's like, well, if they didn't cancel, that's not honest. You always say you're a good person. I'm like, I am a good person, but I don't want to pay 5% extra in final value fees just because I lost an item that's been listed on eBay for a year and a half.
Exactly. So the next question I have for you, because I noticed, and I think you've been on eBay has been on suspension, I think once. How many times have you been suspended before?
I think once for like 3 days.
And what's the transactions or what you recommend somebody do if they do wind up getting suspended, so to say?
I've seen a lot of people fight it. But like most recent example is Drew, Profit Monsters. He got suspended for Allbirds for like 3 days. And even though it was a false suspension, he got it removed, but it doesn't matter because by the time you go through the process and talk to the managers and they remove it, it's going to be over anyway. So if it's like a 1 day or a 3 day or even a 7 day suspension, I probably wouldn't fight it at that time. I would focus on just drafting new items in eBay, cross-posting some stuff to other platforms. And once it's over, then maybe send an email and be like, hey, this was obviously a false claim. Can we get this removed from my account? Because the suspension's over, it's done with. But if they remove it, if you have a 3 day suspension that's false and they remove it and you get suspended again, like a month later, instead of it being a 7 day suspension, it'll just be another 3 day because it goes like warning, 3 day, 7 day, 30 day, 90 day, indefinite or something like that. Wow. Apparently it's supposed to at least. Wow. So I remember Drew was when he got suspended, he was spending a lot of time like on the phone with people and with Allbirds and eBay trying to get suspension taken off. And it was, but it didn't help him because by the time they took it off, his suspension was already over. Yeah. So I wouldn't put a ton of time and effort into it. I would just focus on figuring out how to make more money.
Exactly. The next question is, Josh, any plans on going to Texas? If yes, where and why?
I don't think so. Not anytime soon, but maybe eventually. I've been to Texas a couple times, but I don't have any plans in the immediate future.
This is fun. I'm letting my grandkids eat popsicles for breakfast so I can chat. Josh, that explanation about lost items was the first video I watched. Thank you for that information.
Thank you for watching.
I remember the video about the suspension. Yeah. Let's see. Another question.
I think Flippy McFlipperson asked earlier what program I use for thumbnails.
Yes.
I use Canva. I use Canva Pro.
I thought I asked it. I'm sorry. I know supporting others is important to you. Do you still do outreach with other churches? With your church. I think it was Haiti you did an outreach to?
It was Honduras. Our church, up until last year with COVID, our church goes to Honduras every year. We have a daycare and a feeding center and like an actual church there that we sponsor in one village. So like we go there once a year to like help build houses in the community and like give out food and medicine and stuff. But outside of that, we pay for the preacher at the church. We pay for the ladies that work at the daycare and the feeding center, and just try to support that one village as much as we can. I guess we've figured out that like if you take all your resources and like spread them out like a shotgun, it doesn't really do that much for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So we've tried to have the more sniper rifle approach to this one village in Honduras and just trying to change as many lives there as we can.
Right. The next question is from Paul. Do you agree with Drew about items being suppressed? Or
eBay. I don't know if there's like scientific evidence. We talk about it in the podcast. It'll be out today, but I think Drew's seen like a 33% decrease in sales since his Allbirds suspension. But he's also been traveling a lot. Like he's been like going all these places. He's still listing while he's traveling, but I definitely think it takes a while to get your store back up to speed after a suspension. You can ask Hustle and Hooks too. Like they just came back from a suspension like this week. So you can ask them on Instagram, see if they've had any issues with sales. Drew's definitely had a decrease in sales, but I don't know if it's solely for the suspension or if it's to do with like listing habits. Maybe. Right. I don't know.
Josh, regarding Vero, I remember you talking about a lawyer about how flaws Vero is and is him potentially looking into it. Any updates on that?
No, it would be, so basically the I talked to a lawyer. He was at our church camp, and he was saying, we were talking about like OtterBox and Velcro, the people that give the companies that have false Vero claims. Like OtterBox is, anytime you list an OtterBox, they're going to immediately claim it's counterfeit with no evidence at all, and that's illegal. You can't do that. So if we did a class action lawsuit against OtterBox, we would win because they would have to support their claims that all these OtterBoxes are fake, and there's not that many people faking OtterBoxes. So it's something we would win, but I don't know if it'd be worth pursuing. Same with like Beachbody and, Velcro. Who's making fake Velcro?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so, but you'd have to have proof. Like for Velcro, I'd have to go to like the Velcro manufacturer and buy Velcro with a receipt and then list it on eBay and sell it and then get my account suspended and then take that to court and be like, hey, here's the receipt. I bought this from you as a manufacturer, sold it on eBay. You dinged my account with a Vero saying it's counterfeit. Are you selling your own counterfeit goods? Because that's what we have going on here.
That's a good point.
But you would probably have to get several people to do that and risk their eBay accounts to get suspended, to have that as evidence for this court case. So it's something that if you wanted to pursue, you definitely win. But is it really worth pursuing?
I have to ask you this question because I have my own opinion about it, but because on eBay, you cannot use the word Velcro, but on YouTube, for some reason, people think that you cannot use that word on YouTube. What is your thoughts on that?
Never heard that.
I see that a lot in auctions.
We'll see if this live stream gets demonetized.
Yeah. Cause I just said it for that reason. Yeah. How do you find your podcast?
It's called the Triple Thrift Podcast. If you have an Amazon thing or a Google thing in your house, Robot Butler, you can just tell them to play the most recent episode of the Triple Thrift Podcast, and they will play that for you. It's also like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, anywhere you get podcasts. It's also on YouTube, right. Triple Thrift Podcast.
Okay. Josh, did you ever find out what the deal was with UPS and the warning that packages are being over the required weight, but it wasn't when you got back from out of the town when you were with your church?
No, it was just one day I was shipping out. I mean, we ship UPS ground pretty often, like a couple of times a week. And it was just one, I had like 3 boxes. They were all totally normal size. One was like a golf club set. One was like like a small box. And it was like, warning, this may be over the limits. Limits with UPS ground is 9 pounds, 8 ounces. I'm like, no, it's not. I've shipped like 50-pound boxes with UPS ground before. So I just ignored it and sent them out and nothing happened. So I think it was just an eBay glitch.
Right. Okay, we'll talk about that later. I have to ask you a question because I know a while back, and I still hear people that take and you set up for a porch pickup on your USPS. Mm-hmm. And at one time you had a whole bunch of packages that you picked up, but for some reason it didn't get scanned. Did you ever find out about those packages? And if so, do you still do a porch pickup on your USPS items?
I do not do porch pickup. I found a post office in our town that's like a government contracted post office. So they get paid like a commission for all the packages that they receive. So the more packages they scan in at that location as received, that's how they get paid from the government. So they are extremely motivated to scan packages in. And they're also super nice. So I drive like 15 minutes out of my way every day just to go to that post office because I know that they're going to be nice. They're going to enjoy my business. I feel like when you go to a regular post office, they just like suck their teeth and like, God, all these freaking packages. I'm like, hey, this is how you get paid. You just scan them in. They're already prepaid. All you have to do is scan them in. I'd be pissed too if the guy in front of me the other day had like 10 boxes and all of them were just like, the addresses were just written on them with Sharpie. So he had to like get labels for all of them. I'm like, come on, man, get out of here. Yeah. Like you're sending out that many stuff. You need to print off your own labels.
Now,
But
did
like
you ever
even
get to find out what happened with those packages? That they scanned the actual sheet from you, but then they couldn't find the packages?
no, I mean I didn't have a scan sheet. They just picked them up and they just don't. I guess they're just running late and they don't feel
I
like
know what it
scanning them.
was. The one that you forgot to put a label on.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I dropped it was a porch pickup and they picked up everything, but one of them I didn't put a label on. I don't know why, but I just didn't put a label on it.
Yeah, it happened.
And I called them and they were like, "Oh, it may be at this location." And I went there and they had it. It was just like at the sorting location in our town. And some lady I called and she's like, "Okay, just let me know when you're here." And I just pulled up there and she went and brought it to me. I guess anytime they pick up a package that doesn't have a label, they just send it there for a couple days. And then I think it goes to Atlanta after that. So it only been like 2 days at the time. But what got me is I talked to the mail guy, the guy that picked up my mail, and he didn't remember it. I'm like, you would remember picking up a package with no label. Like that can't happen very often. And you pick up packages from my house every day and you don't remember yesterday getting it was a big one. It was like a USPS, like large flat rate box or something.
All right. The real flipping deal says, my husband works at the post office. He said what they hate the worst is when people bring in a lot of stuff to ship and we'll ask them to fill everything out for them. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. I know when I go to my local post
yeah,
office.
if you want to buy shipping labels here, that's fine, but you're going to pay at least 30% more than you could just buying your own labels online.
Exactly. That's not good. You have to go to the post office and do that. You should be doing it on through eBay or another platform. I know when I go to my post office here, it's only 2 minutes away. So it gives me a way to get out of the house on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when I'm going there in the mornings or right after lunch, because they usually take a lunch from 11:30 to 12:30. And when I'm getting in there, there's this guy that always brings this huge bag. And one of the things I try to do is get a list to where when I do go to the post office, they just have that one scan. Where this guy does not even do that, and they hate it. So they just talk about that whenever you bring in your packages and you don't have a sheet to go with it.
Yeah.
Now, what is your thought on it? I think you had talked about this in one of your shows. Whenever you're a postal clerk, and I don't know if you still do it now because you're going to some other location to bring your packages, about giving your postal clerk some type of rewards or gifts throughout the year or just around Christmas. What are your thoughts and feedbacks on that?
Well, I learned that I think they can only accept like $20 gifts or something. Because I had the video like 2 Christmases ago where we were collecting money for my mail lady. And we had like, I don't know, like $400 or something. And she just straight refused it. She's like, I can't take it. Like she would not take it. So I gave her $20. I gave her $20 from me. And I was like, you can only take $20 gifts per person. So here's 20 from me. Here's 20 from my wife. I should have just kept going. Here's from my mother-in-law. Here's from my mother. Here's from my grandmother. But we ended up just with all the money we gave a bunch away as like to waitresses as tips. So we gave it away to different people. But
right.
With USPS employees, I don't know if you like just give them money without saying anything, maybe they'll take it. But like she just saw like the huge wad of cash and she's like, I can't take it.
What I did was every year that I've been here since I've been doing eBay, I take and put it in a Christmas card and put for my postal clerk when he picks up the mail. And I'll go to the post office itself throughout the year, not just Christmas. And I'll bring like a thing of cookies or finger sandwiches or like cheese and cracker dip trays and stuff like that. And they love it. So they do go out of their way sometimes. Like for my postal clerk, he'll come up my driveway. I have a large U-shaped driveway. And they will come, and even if it's like looking like it's going to rain and I have packages, they'll put it in that large white clear garbage bag for me and to put it against my wall so it doesn't get wet. So they do go out of their way. So I take care of them as much as I can, but I do it that way.
It's definitely a good idea to take care of people that take care of you. Like the guy, the guy at the pawn shop that I don't know if you saw yesterday's video, the guy that he gave me a good deal on the golf clubs. I'm probably going to go to the pawn shop today and give him like $100 as like hey man, you gave me a really good deal on the golf clubs. I didn't honestly realize how valuable they were. Like we're probably going to make about $600 in profit on those.
Right.
So in doing that, it's like, hey, I'll pay up for stuff. I'll pay as much as I can if you save me deals. Because if he saves me deals, it gives me deals that will give me YouTube content to make in the future. And if he knows that, like, if it turns out to be a better deal than either of us realize, he knows that I'll come back in the future and pay up for stuff later on. Exactly. That's also a big benefit of YouTube. Like, because I have the YouTube income to help offset some of the costs, I'm able to pay up for stuff more so than, somebody that was just reselling,
Right. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to close it out for Josh, because I know he said he was going to have to go. It is getting to that close time, and he said about an hour and 15 minutes. Again, I want to thank you for your time, taking that time out to be able to be here this morning. I've been watching Josh from day one, before I even moved, before I even started eBay, before I even started YouTube. And so if you haven't subscribed to him and you haven't checked out his channel, because there are some people that may not know who you are, at the top in the blue box, that is his link to his channel. He's got all kind of other things going on his channel. You're more than welcome to get his link. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. I think you just recently hit 120K subs, if not more. Yeah. I remember when you were under 1,000.
It's been crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So before Josh has to go, I would love for you to, again, tell everybody a little bit about your channel, what they can expect on your channel. And if you do any, like your podcast and everything you do on your channel before you do go, for anyone who may not know who you are and what you do on your channel, go ahead and let everybody know that before you go, and we'll get you to the screen.
Awesome. So yeah, our YouTube channel, mostly reselling content, flipping stuff, but pretty much any way to make money in an interesting way. New videos post every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, generally like early afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So like 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's usually when you can expect new videos from us. You follow me on Instagram at Harry Tornado. I post a lot of stories, a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people don't get on YouTube. So definitely check us out there. And yeah, thanks to Johnny for having me on today.
All right. One more last question for you. I was going to ask you, whenever you're doing, and I done had a squirrel moment, Lord Jesus. Oh, well, it went through. I forgot what I was going to ask you. Anywho. Now I remember. Whenever doing your uploads, like if you would program a set day and time to put out your videos, how would someone figure out how to basically pick the right time and day to do videos if they want to do it at a set date and time?
I mean, there's some softwares out, like I think vidIQ or something like that will tell you like when your audience is most active, but it's kind of common sense. So like, you figure out where your audience is located. Like most of my audience is in the United States, but also have some in like Europe and Australia. So it's impossible to post at the perfect time for everybody. But I found that 3 p.m. is good for me because that's like kind of late night for like Europe, like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And then California, it's like lunchtime, and here and it's early in the afternoon at Eastern side of the United States. So it seems to be the best for everybody except Australian people. So I'm so sorry for all you Aussies that watch my channel. Well, that's generally I've had the best success with early afternoon on the East Coast. So do you use TubeBuddy? I don't know. I used to. I think I've had it in the past, and I had vidIQ, but I reset my computer a while back, and I haven't. I don't even use tags on YouTube anymore. I haven't used any tags on any videos in probably 2 or 3 months. Right. So it's just taking a more simple approach, and it seems to be working. Right. Our views are up.
This is one of the first times a YouTuber reminder worked. Oh, cool. Well, thank you so much, Josh. I know you have to get going. And so I really appreciate you taking the time out to come and be part of the show. And again, I always, from day one, I'll call you a friend because you've been there for me from the beginning. You did push me a little bit to kind of inspire me to start. Mm-hmm. And again, I thank you so much. And hopefully y'all will go check out his channel. Again, it is in the blue box above in the chat. So go and let him know you saw him on the show. If you're going to subscribe to him for the first time, let him know that's how you met him on the show this morning. So he'll know that you've been watching and enjoying his shows from there on after. And so with that being said, thank you so much, Josh. And absolutely. I know you got a lot of packing to do and a lot of other things you got going on. So again, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and open the chat now. Let me get the link here. And if anybody else would like to come on, comments, questions, answers, that kind of thing, there is the link. And I will go ahead and post that to the top now. Replace. There we go. All right. Let me get back to my comments here. So again, thank each and every one of y'all for always coming out in the morning. Now we're going to go ahead and kill the bird in the house, or however you want to call this deal that's in the chat about those with and without wrenches. There's going to be some changes on the channel this week, and I hate to say this, but this weekend I went to do my thumbnails, And then I got a hate. I call it hate because of the type of comments it was on my YouTube channel or Facebook page. So with that being said, I hate to say this, but I did have to take a lot of wrenches away because supposedly there's been some people with their items, their names in the chat being removed, comments removed, comments before the show goes live. It's not there when we go live. Like I always said before, if you are first in the chat when the live goes live, whether it be in the chat or on the when the video goes live on my YouTube channel, then you get a pie point. Oh my Lord Jesus, Josh. Josh, that is, I'm speechless. Greatly appreciated, but not necessary. But thank you so much. And let me get back to the chat here because I just saw this big old pink marker come on just in case this video gets demonetized because of Velcro. Thank you so much, Josh. Not necessary, but greatly appreciated. So this is for you, Josh. Thank you so much. Let me get to my little thing here. There you go.
Dollars, let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it. With no problem. Let them have it.
Thank you so much, Josh. So thank y'all so much. And again, going back to the main question thing that was going on, I live for Johnny saying, "Oh my Lord Jesus." It's just a habit for me. But again, the reason I did do the changes because of the fact that there's been some issues brought to my attention of people's comments being deleted. I don't know who and why or what's going on. I do know this much. When we go live, no matter what time you go and make a comment, whether it's on Sunday when all the videos go up on the thumbnails, or whether it's before the show and you're not in the chat when the chat goes live, that's the only explanation I can give, is that if your display of a comment disappears before we go live, it's because you're not in the chat and it was not made before when the chat went live. So therefore, that is the only and main reason why you do see a lot of people now with no more wrenches and only a few, because of the fact that these are the ones that I know for a fact that are always there supporting, always there cutting out when there's problems in the chat. But I don't want anybody to think that I'm just picking certain people. It's either someone who I do a live with. It just, and that's, I'm not even going to go in full explanation of why I did do the pull of wrenches. To me, that was the easiest way yesterday for me to do that because it happened yesterday while I did my thumbnails. Just got finished, and all of a sudden I get this major message about some things happening. And so for that being said, also, this month is the last month I do pie points. Because again, I was doing this out of the kindness of my heart for free. And it seems that it's a very competitive thing for people to come in the chat. But when somebody sends me a message, I'm not saying who, what, when, where, why. I'm just saying, when I get a comment about somebody sending me thumb picture screenshots of, look, I made a comment on all your videos. Here it is Sunday morning, 6:30 in the morning. I just got finished doing them all at 6 o'clock. Then all of a sudden I get a picture of, look, you see, I did make a comment first. But the point is, when I go live, that's when I see who is in there first. So with that being said, this month will be the last time I do my pie points. So on next Monday will be the pie point giveaway. And I'm sorry to say, it's going to be gone. So I do not like the drama. I do not like the negativity. And so to do that, I have to nip it in the bud before it gets any worse than what it is. Again, I will still have certain people that are dropping links for people when I'm talking about certain things. Those who are my co-hosts, whoever comes with me in some of the lives, again, I'm not picking who or didn't get them or whatever the case may be. It's just a matter of when I went through yesterday, doing all that, I just had to, because there's just so many that I don't know who's in the background doing the drama, but I'm getting all these messages and my comments are disappearing. So I'm just going to nip that in the bud. And those who have wrenches are the ones that I know that will be dropping links, helping each other move their channel. It's your channel. Just run it the way. And that's why I'm doing it now that way. The good are going to have to suffer with the bad when it comes to that. So that's why I did that. That's why you don't see wrenches. I didn't want to bring it up at first because Josh was the morning guest. And I didn't want to take that away from him being the guest this morning. So that's why I'm talking about it now. You're more than welcome to come on. The link to the chat is at the top. So just letting you know that I'm trying to keep drama out. When I get a message like that, I just do what I have to do. And that was what I had to do and focus on what I'm doing. Also, you may not know this or realize it yet. I do have 2 channels now. This channel will be only lives. I did that for a reason. When you see the first video that I put out on my new channel, this one is Cajun Roots Reseller Live. And in the descriptions of all my videos, you will see my new channel link. That is going to be just pre-recorded. So I already have it where I'm going to set it up every Tuesday, Thursday, and hopefully a third one on Saturdays, if I can get to the third one. But my goal right now is definitely every Tuesday and Thursday, putting up a pre-recorded. And if I get the chance to do a third one, it will be on Saturdays. Usually that I will try to have those done by 3 o'clock on all 3 days. I'm in the process of finishing up one now, and that'll go up on Tuesday, which will be the $100 gift card that I challenged myself from my gift card I got for my birthday to how much I can buy to resell and how much profit I can make. So that'll be coming out tomorrow, and I'm almost done finishing that together. I just finished the actual we live for the moon pies points, and I understand the boom pies. I'm still doing to for bingo, but as of right now, I'm gonna stop the pie points because it's getting to the point where people are doing them while I am. And another thing is when I went yesterday after the thumbnails were all up, I had no comments on any of my videos, but I was given a screenshot for every day. Look, here's my comment. Well, that's the only explanation I can get, that no one's taking your numbers or your comments away. Is just that's what happens. Someone should be notified that they did something wrong. And that's why I'm announcing it today, because I did that yesterday. And again, I understand that people are wondering why, but we do have others that will be dropping links. I already discussed and talked with everybody who has them. They can drop links for everyone else in the chat. A lot of times the comments are directed to people that would only know they were meant for them. Exactly. But when I get messages through Facebook, I'll take care of it. Always the first in the chat, still wrenched. Conspiracy. Well, that's not true. There's no conspiracy. Or privilege. And again, like I said, there's been a lot of things happening in the background that I'm getting a lot of messages on. So that was why I did what I had to do yesterday. So sad that you have to deal with such an even. And again, I look at it this way. I have solutions for them, and that's what I'm doing. I'm taking the solution instead of a problem. I'm turning it into a solution. Such awesome channel. I don't need a wrench, just watching enough. Thank you so much, Pam. I think you're misunderstanding how early comments on lives work. There are early ones will not show up. That is my point. So yeah, I agree on that, and that's what it is. Well, welcome, Patrick. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Sorry you missed the morning show. I'm not sure if you were listening in the background. We had Josh from Harry Tornado on this morning as our morning guest, and it was a great show. Great questions and comments, and took care of a lot of questions in the chat. Good morning, Raven, and I'm good to say hello to everybody. I know I missed some people while I was doing the show this morning, and again, it was going so fast on me. So if I missed anyone, I want to say hello and welcome. Also want to say to those that may not know, I did see a clip about Chris losing his dog, Kajun Reseller with a C. I'm not sure the whole story about what happened, but y'all keep him in your thoughts and prayers while he takes care of that and losing of his furry friend, his furry child. Okay. And there is the link to Phyllis' channel. Again, when you see everybody's links, go ahead and set your reminders. That way you won't miss out on someone's channel, videos, lives, whatever the case may be. Today, if I'm not mistaken, Philly Flipper will have Victoria as his morning guest this morning. You were up last night. Yeah, I understand. That happens. Good morning, Edwards. How are you doing? Good to see you again. I'm confused, just confused by all the double. I'm just confused by all that double talk. Not sure what that's all about. Patrick, you get a wrench. Again, I'm not, right now that's what's happening because I'm having too many people complaining that their comments are being moved or removed from the chat even after the live goes live with the chat. Right now it's just going to have to be the way it is right now. I'm sorry that you are upset about it, but that's what's happening, and that's why. Good morning, Dawn. How are you doing? Late again. I had to go back and watch the miss. Yeah. Dawn, it was Josh at Harry Tornado was the morning show guest. He couldn't stay longer than an hour and 15 minutes, so we just ended his, and I do have the link at the top. if anybody's interested in coming on to talk. I don't even like moon pies. I understand that, Angie. But again, that was just something I was doing for free out of the kindness of my heart, and it got carried away. Let's see. You don't delete their comments if they are modded. Wait. Mark, you can't delete the comments if they're mod. They want to explain, making no sense. I know. I understand. But I mean, when you get a lot of comments and questions and messages directed at me all morning long, you do what you got to do. Like I always say, you do you, boo. The only complaint, just don't understand how YouTube works. Well, again, like I was saying earlier, when you go, if you go to someone's live, for example, and you're going live and you put in a comment, I don't care whose chat you're in. If you're not in that chat when they go live, even though you may not be commenting and you leave and go somewhere else or you get out of the YouTube itself, that comment will automatically be gone when that person goes live. The thing about it is that when you're in someone's chat and you comment, you usually have to be in the chat or have that chat still open for it to happen and you still be there. Let's see here. Wendy, wrench, those are very rare in the chat. Some of them have to be since beginning, have no wrench. Don't understand. I do understand though. Okay. Paul, I'm very confused. I feel like being misunderstanding. I have 2 packages going out. Global shipping. Awesome. New video on the new channel. Thank you so much. And I got one coming out tomorrow. I got to finish it. And that one's going to be, how did I take $100 gift card when that's a new idea that I came up with, where I've never seen it done before, but I did get a gift card of $100 on my birthday. And so because it was at Kohl's, and I haven't been to Kohl's since I moved here, which was over 2 years ago. And so I will be showing not only and I basically stayed on the inside the store. I basically stayed on the out walls inside going through. And I wound up picking up a good bit of stuff. I wound up getting a total of 84 or 89 items there. Everything was on clearance. Everything was either 50 or more off. Plus, I got more discounts at the registers. So that'll be something that I'll be doing tomorrow. I'm almost finished putting it together. I just finished my thumbnail yesterday. I worked about 4 hours on it yesterday, getting everything ready, all the pictures, the big pictures of everything, getting my thumbnail. So that will be coming out. I should have it done by 3 o'clock tomorrow. Sorry you're having to deal with all that. You're doing such. People need to stop getting their panties up in a bunch of people. And I'm the same way. And I'm the same way when I go to the chats. If I don't have a wrench, I'm fine with that, you know. So yeah, it just happens. But you got to do what you got to do on your channel and keep control of it. I'm good either way. Well, thank you so much, Jimmy. Can you delete the person that did the complaining, like block them? Yes, you can. I don't understand why people seem to hurt by being the mod thing. I don't know. But again, I did it for a reason, and that's my reason. And I'm sticking to it for now. So that's the reason. Out Country Sales, how are you doing this morning, Amber? Good to see you. Let's see. Amber and Patty. Hello, hello, hello. I love that video you just put out too. Who do we have here? Good morning, hello, and welcome to Miss Iris. Hello, good morning, and welcome. It's funny that there was always an Oprah channel. You get a wrench, promote yourself, share. Yep, we still share. What's up, Iris? Good morning.
Morning, Johnny. What's up? I just sent out a couple packages from last week.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I needed Victoria's address, so she sent it to me, and I sent out her package.
Oh, cool. Good morning, Paladin Profits. Hello, hello, good morning, and welcome. In Home Depot, there you go. Good morning, Mara. Hello, hello. Good to see y'all. So what you got going on this week?
Oh, hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to work a live. Maybe sell some jewelry.
Awesome. So you know what day you're doing it yet?
I don't. I need to figure it out. Figure out what I'm doing. Probably Tuesday, tomorrow.
You know what time yet?
How's my sister? My sister has an interesting situation. First, she tells me she's needs rent money. Then she tells me she's moving to Missouri. Now she's not moving to Missouri. She's moving in with her daughter's uncle. And she's beyond broke.
Sorry to hear that.
So she woke me up yesterday. Her gas light was on her car.
All right, I have to ask you, that's somebody behind you, or is that an animal?
That's a person.
Okay, I see the.
That's my friend Norm.
Okay, I just see the head every now and then pop up behind you.
That's my friend Norm.
Okay.
I don't have
I didn't
animals.
want to alarm you that you had somebody behind you. So yeah.
I don't have animals.
I'm
not allowed.
I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure that you had something going on behind you over there.
So like I was saying, she woke me up yesterday.
Yeah, you are
being out of gas, and I'm like, I'm out of money.
Got a $2 full of Craftsman tools this weekend and garage sale for $10. That is awesome. Yeah, I saw you. I was watching your video where you did the Dawn did the building of a shelf thing with her little dolly. That was pretty cool.
I got some pattern books this weekend.
What is that for? Oh, clothing.
This is a cross stitch book.
Oh, cool.
Cover price on these generally run about $20, and I've got about 10 of them, all different.
Wow. How many did you get?
About 10 of them.
Cool.
For $5.
You found that at a garage sale?
No. Used bookstore.
Oh, okay.
They have a 10-day event every couple of months, and the last day of the book sale is $5 bag day.
Oh, okay.
You give them $5. They give you a Walmart size bag that you can put as many books in as you can get.
Oh, well, without it busting.
I've had the bags bust, and all they did was put another bag on top of it.
Yeah. That's what I like about when they give you a brown bag and say fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little bit better than a plastic bag. Yeah.
And the plastic bag, I can just set it in my backpack to bring it home.
Thank you, Jimmy. Have a good day. Don't work too hard. Again, no one in particular did anything wrong by having no wrench. It's just something I had to do right now. Hopefully to eliminate some issues that's been happening that I got a lot of messages on this weekend. So that's the reason why you don't see some people without wrenches anymore. Again, we're still sharing your channel. We're still dropping links. When I say we, are those that are definitely always dropping links for everyone. Again, that way it's not always constantly being links after link after link after link after link. It is periodically throughout the chat. Thanks for all you do.
Yeah, need to have room for people to chat to yak.
Good morning, Mark. Hello and welcome. Good to see you. Take care, Jimmy. You're right about that. So yeah, that's one of them. It's just something we had to do. I actually made several sales this weekend. Gotta go pack. Have a great day. Well, good. That's good to hear.
Yay!
Yeah, I already got all the
sales are always good.
Yeah, I already got packages done, ready to go for the post office. So I got plenty of time. Also, by the way, don't forget today. I think it was like Saturday or Friday. I was asked. It was Saturday. I will be on Mindful Merch this Monday today.
Mindful Merchants
on Louis and Lewis's channel, where they do the Mindful Merch every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I will be their guest today, and of course, bingo is at 5. You have to do what you need to do.
Yeah,
understand.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah. So, anywho, I will be that, and of course, at 5 o'clock, we'll have the bingo. I may be just a tad late, but I will be already sent, and we'll be taking care of the link to Dina, where I will have to jump off about 10, 15 minutes at the end of the show to come back, and because I always restart my computer before each show. So yes, we'll still have having bingo. I might just barely make it, or at least be there on time, because I always restart my computer after every show. So once I'm done with the live, I will just transfer into the bingo. So I will be there. Just might be a little late, but Dina will be there doing the numbers as usual. And I'll be sending her the link to get in there before I even start the actual live with a guest. Tonight will be bingo at yes. All the thumbnails are done for the week. Also, this Friday, I'm doing a pop-up buy it now auction. If you want to be part of it, you can reach out to me. I do have
on Friday?
Starting. Let me finish. This Friday at 3 p.m., 2 p.m. Eastern is the pop-up. If you want to be part of it, you do need to reach out to me because that way I can have an idea who's going to be on and rotate everyone in and out of the chat. I do have a list already started. I just put the thumbnail out yesterday. So, yes, it will be this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, yes, please. Please include me.
I'll put you down.
I've got NASCAR cars. I've got sports cards. I've got magic cards. I've got cross-stitch patterns. And lots and lots of artisan crafted beaded jewelry.
So, yeah, what I'm going to be doing is if you do want to be part of it, just reach out to me, send me an email. Any of my links that I have for my social media, you're more than welcome to reach out to me in any one of those and let me know you're interested, and I'll put you on the list. I did start it, I want to say Thursday or Friday. I did post it out, and it was when I did the thumbnails yesterday that already started having people reaching out to me. So if you do, just reach out to me and let me know, and I'll put you on the list. I'll send you the links first. And then as people are coming in, I will drop it like I usually do on a pop-up in the chat for you to come on if you're interested in coming on and selling anything you may want to sell. Just let me know a little bit in advance so I can have you in the rotation. We got to be more 5 points. Let's see, everybody's got the links. There you go. I would love to be in it. Okay. So just send me a message so I'll have your information. Because I will be putting your information. And the reason it's important you do email me. So I'll have your correct email. That way I'll have it in a scroll from when you're on screen. So if you don't mind, just send me an email, but I'll put you down. Just send me an email or a message on any of the social medias. So I can have your correct email for the scroll like you see down with the message going across the bottom of the screen. I will still have your information going across the bottom as well.
Me too?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, just email me your information and let me know if you have a particular time you want. I will be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. My keyboard is getting weird. Uh-oh. All right, there's the hump day. We will have the hump day again at 2 p.m. This Wednesday. This Wednesday, Anthony will not be able to make it, but I do have a replacement that's coming in. You will be here this Wednesday is Miss Kayla, Treasure Noir. She's taking Anthony's place this week. He had to go out of town, so she will be in this Wednesday's hump day auction. I'm muting you because of the noise that came on through your channel when you were changing. I don't know what was that noise, but yeah. James is already posting the links for the featured channel for this week, the featured channel from last week. Every Friday morning, I do a new featured channel on the community page. That way you can check out who is part of that. And I saw James has been dropping like the different links for the shows for the week, and also the Reseller YouTube Facebook group. You're more than welcome to join that as well. You are able to drop links to either your pop-up, anything you put on your channel. You can drop that in that group. You're more than welcome to join it. It's free. No questions need to be asked. Us on Thursday. Yes. Kayla is going to be on. Yes, she'll be this Wednesday on the hump day. Yep.
You're hearing my air conditioner.
Oh, okay, because it was loud. So, yeah, also don't forget to help subscribe to all the channels that are being links dropped in the channel chat. Also, James, and I know earlier we had Jennifer dropping links. So when you see the links, go ahead and check out others' channels. And that's just the way we're going to be doing it right now for that reason of being able to still drop your links. That way, if anybody who has the wrenches can drop those links for those in the chat, please do so, but do not bombard the chat over and over with too many links at one time, please. Hello. Your air conditioner's off now?
Oh no.
Oh, you
Off again.
Okay.
Because I had somebody in the parking lot too.
Oh, okay.
And that was louder than the air conditioner.
So your sister's moving where now?
My sister's moving in with her baby daddy's brother. Because the baby daddy's dying.
Oh no. Sorry to hear that.
So he offered her his brother's bedroom.
Thank you, Mike. Good to see you again. And also, where did I put it? I know James put it in here earlier too.
Her situation changes like day to day.
Right. Did I put the wrong name in here for feature channel? No,
Come
okay.
help me move. Come help me move. Wakes me up. Come help me move.
That's usually the case. But when you need that, you need them to help you move. They won't be there available. Yeah, that usually happens.
Yep.
So have a good day, Michael. Don't work too hard.
That particular sister, if I need something, I don't ask her because she doesn't have anything.
That's about right. That sounds about right when you go to move, usually. So how was everybody's weekend? Hopefully everybody had a good weekend.
The weekend was great. I just had to help my sister move.
So she's all settled in?
From what I'm understanding, yeah, she's getting that way.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think, who goes live at 11? I'm trying to remember.
Tulip Chicks?
No, they go on every Tuesday and Thursday at 12.
The next
All right, Nala,
one up
thank you so much.
is...
Have a great day.
I got Philly Flipper on in 77 minutes.
That's right, at 12 o'clock. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today is Victoria, Adventures with Victoria on as his guest. I think that, is Paul still in here? Are you doing the listing every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Or what you doing on those? Somebody had asked earlier, and I forgot to ask you. I know Victoria's going to be on there today. She said it on her show this morning. All right, everyone. Well, we're about ready to close out the show. I want to thank each of you for coming.
Alligators.
I'm thankful that you're all here, that you came out and spent your time this morning for the morning show. And like I said before, I end each and every show again, thank y'all so much. Hopefully you don't forget to, for the links that are being dropped in the chat, that you go back and check on these channels and subscribe to those who are in the chat. And with that being said, like I always say before, in each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again in another chat, later. Peace out.